In this video, we are going to continue the 30-day series of making a game with only your comments. The game is called Badge Mayhem, where you can explore the game and unlock very unique badges. But before we start, I'm an up-and-coming Roblox Studio YouTuber that is funny studio challenges. I am currently at 1,120 subscribers right now. Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. We got it in less than a week, and I'm just blown away. Thank you guys so much. But we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the 30 days. So if you could please hit that subscribe button, that would be much appreciated. So our first suggestion of the day is by Alcatraz Gaming W, and he said geometry cube, but I've been seeing your comments. He misspelled that. He meant geometry dash cube because he's been saying that. But anyways, enough yapping. Let's get started on the geometry dash cube. So as you guys may know, if you watch my previous videos, I usually start out with building it, and I did this time, and I usually get a inspiration image, but this time I'm just gonna do it all by memory because I just remember it being like a straight face, like a blocky straight face. I'll pull an image up now versus what I actually drew, and I decided to just use decals instead of using parts. As you can see right here, I put 6 decals in the cube because there are 6 sides, and did front, back, all that boring stuff. I then added the decals onto the cube, and before we go any further, I would like to explain something. So basically, last video I spent 3 hours making one suggestion, and like 8 minutes of that video was just that one suggestion, and I do not want to do that again because I'm not even gonna lie, that video was trash. This video I'm probably gonna only spend around 1 hour each on each suggestion because I want them to have good quality, but I also want you guys to be entertained as well. So if this was yesterday me, I would have definitely added a whole functioning geometry dash game where if you beat the level you get a badge, but I just made it to where the geometry dash cube appears in one of the infinite rooms, which you'll see what I mean if you don't know what that is. And if you click on it, it jumps in the air and does a really cool twist animation, and then you will get a badge called Robtop, which, you guessed it, is the company that made Geometry Dash. I then started to script it, and I made 3 variables, which are like the main variables, which is the sign, which indicates what room you're in, and then the cube, obviously, and then the room. And the room variable is what room the cube will appear in. And I asked someone from my Discord to name a room, and he said 50. So yeah, that's going to 50. And then basically I made it to where on room 50, the cube will become visible, and you can click on it and you'll get a cool Robtop badge. But I needed to make the badge icon, so I stole from the official Robtop website, and I put that in a remove.bg, removed the background, put it over a white sunburst, and made the sunburst orange so it could like match the color, because that's how that works. I then put it in the studio and made a badge, and the description is my personally favorite Robtop level, and that is Theory of Everything 2, and I actually beat it. Yeah, I know, it was a demon level. Anyways, finished that, and now the badge is done, and that is all for this suggestion. On to the next one. Okay, for suggestion number 2, it is a comment by Kumi Assets, and he said, make it to when you say noobs are bad, it teleports you to a room full of noobs and they chase you around trying to murder you. Now, there's one problem I have with this comment, and it says it teleports you to a room. So if you get teleported to like a little small room, you won't be able to run from them, and I want to make it to where you can run from them. So I started by making a little bit of a big platform instead of a room, and then I made a noob. Well, I didn't make it. I grabbed it from the toolbox. Then I started to make a closest player script where it runs a loop through all of the players, and it checks who is the closest by getting each distance from the noob to the player and seeing if it's the smallest, and if it's the smallest amount of distance, that is the closest player, and I'm going to code it to where it walks to that player. I also made it to where you have to be at least within 150 distance because I didn't want the noobs to just be running up against the barrier. So yeah. Okay, so I made the walk to script, and it's, as you can see, the noob walked to my position I was 5 seconds ago, and that is because in the script I did a while wait, and then in that parentheses I did 5 seconds, so it loops every 5 seconds. So I made it where it loops every 0.5 seconds, because then it'll go to my actual current position. I then try to make it where the noob has an animation, but it just, like, I couldn't figure it out. So I mean, and I thought it was kind of funny that they just stood there, so I kept it like that. If you guys don't like that, just comment down below. I'll probably fix it, because honestly it's like a mix for me. But then I added the same script that I used for all the other NPCs, the chat script, and I made it to where it says, "How dare you say that to us noobs?" And yeah, they just they chase you while saying that every 2 seconds. And now added barriers, and then made it to where if you were to touch the noob, or should I say the noob were to touch you, because it will catch up to you, you will die. I then duplicated them all and then spread them all around the base plate. And when I went to play, everyone died because they were all touching like each other. So now I have to delete over like 50 noobs and then like add them all back again, because I have to change the script. So I made it to where if the thing that touches you name is noob, it will not go off. It'll only go off if your name is not noob. So if your name is noob and you join this game, they won't kill you. And here's what they look like whenever they are all chasing you. It's like just a crowd of people. So I made a little bit of a block that you can just stand on. So if you somehow get to that block, you should be chilling. I then got to working on the remote event that will connect to the server whenever you say noobs are bad, and you will then teleport to that entire base plate full of the angry noobs. I then added the badge called run, because I mean you have to run, and then made a badge icon. And I think this is a very good badge icon, only because I got the image off of Google. And here's what the final thing does look like. I said noobs are bad, and I get teleported to a horde of just noobs that just say, "How dare you say that to us noobs?" And yeah, they just chase you around. If you touch them, you die. And that'll be it for suggestion number 2. On to the next one. The next suggestion is a comment by MX2, and he basically wants a badge called DJ's Groove, where there is a dance club, and when you enter on the dance floor, you start dancing and you get a badge. But I literally forgot to record me making the building. So yeah, here's the finished building, and here's the DJ's table where he makes the cool music and stuff, and it kind of looks like SpongeBob's stove. So yeah, that's my bad on my part. Anyways, I made it to where when you enter the dance floor, you start dancing, and then when you leave off of it, you stop dancing. Pretty simple. And then I made a badge icon and added it into the game where you step on the dance floor, you obtain it. And yeah, that was actually really easy. And but that is it for suggestion number 3. So that will be it for today's video. I'm sorry I couldn't make a longer video. I was really tired from yesterday because I spent around 6 hours making the game and then 5 hours editing the video, and I was only able to get 5 hours of sleep that night. But thank you so much for the recent support over the last week. You guys are literally the best. Again, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. All my dreams are coming true, and it's because of you guys. I am so motivated to keep grinding every day and make new videos to entertain you guys. But I now have a Discord, and I'm very active in there. I would like to meet my subscribers, so if you can drop in and say hi, that would mean the world to me. But if you want to leave a mark in the game, all you gotta do is comment a suggestion and then be the top 3 most liked comment, and I will add it in my next video. But you also don't have to be the top 3 most liked comment. If I see one that I really like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm definitely doing that. So thank you so much again for all the support. But that's all from me. Stay tuned for day 9.